Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day this video may find you. Thank you so much for returning to my channel. For all my new viewers, thank you. Welcome, and thank you so much for viewing. Listen, people, I'm going to get right into it. Y'all know me. I do my introductory, and then I just jump right into it. So today, we're going to do a video, as the title says, why is isolation a blessing? Okay. And I felt that this was an important video to do because when you're going through a separation, a breakup, or a divorce, there will be some isolation with either one or both of you. Okay. And I just wanted to say that it's so important for that isolation to happen, because notice the person that gets isolated, they are the person that actually really grows. They're the person that actually change. And my number one reason is that you can't hit rock bottom with a team. Okay? There's no way that you can hit rock bottom and you got tons of people surrounded around you. Don't get me wrong. I understand people saying, well, hey, don't get mad at me because I had support and you didn't, right? It's fine, support, but sometimes the noise from the support can keep you from hearing what God is trying to tell you, okay? This is one reason why the narcissist, the carnal-minded person, the loyal sinner, this is why they don't ever change. They always have other people around them. They keep people around them. They always latching on to somebody else. So they're never ever in a position where, until probably their older age, after, but I'm talking about when they're still out there vibrant and dating and switching from this person to that person and cheating and all that and everything. They always got people around them, okay? So they're not going to actually be able to look in the mirror that much. Remember, they're running from you because you're putting that mirror on them, okay? You're telling them the truth. So they're running over to people that's not going to tell them the truth, okay? They have other people around here, people, exterior influencers, okay? The number two, I'm going to put my glasses on sometime, y'all. It look like shades, but they're glasses. I just got 10 of them, so when I go out in the sun, okay? Number two is when you're alone, just like what I was saying, when you're alone with just you and God, you will clearly hear and see what God is telling you, or trying to show you without interference or disruption. This is where you will gain clarity for yourself. When you have others around you and you're talking to them all the time about things, their influences is going to be there, okay? I had a lot of people, and I really, in the midst of it, you're like, oh, these people abandoning me, but I'm really thankful that I did have such an isolated time where it was just me and God. I really am. Now, in the midst of it, you don't think it's all that fun. That's why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to tell you that it's okay, that you're going to be great. You're going to be good. When this is all over, you're going to be like so happy. I had this time with God, right? You're going to be so thankful. Okay, the third thing, you will more than likely be willing to submit when you see and accept the truth when you're alone with God instead of being in the company of others. Okay? The reason why, accepting that truth, it requires you to be vulnerable. Okay? If you got other people around, you got to be worried about what they're thinking about, what they're saying about how they, look how they looking at me and that kind of thing. Or I need to say this because if I say something else, they're not going to like that. Kind of like you think about like Job. in the Bible where his friends had came around sitting and watching him. Watching him going through and they, got their own little 2 cents to put in, right? So this is the third reason why isolation is a blessing, okay? The fourth one is spending time in solitude, meditating on God's words while thanking him for what you have. Not worried about what you lost, okay? And praising him will strengthen your relationship with him. And you will be in prayer, okay? It's going to strengthen your relationship with God. Because it's just going to be you and him. You're going to find yourself talking to him. You're going to find yourself playing hymns and gospel songs and stuff. And I'm telling you, it's going to get you ready. This is the last one. The last one is, it is essential to prepare yourself to re-enter into society. To re-enter into, if you choose, this dating world, okay? To re-enter into being around crowds of people and having to deal with how people perceive whatever just happened in that relationship, okay? You having that you got to get up the courage and then get those boundaries. You got to learn how to be bold with those boundaries, okay? And you're not going to be able to say, well, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to step, and then just go back out there and it just work like that. No, you got to do some serious meditating. You got to get into that word. You got to get that, where God is empowering you. So when you re-enter into society, when you re-enter back into the crowds of people, you're going to be able to stand firm on those boundaries. That is very, very important, okay? But what I'm trying to tell you, the reason I'm saying this is because don't feel bad or down because you're isolated, okay? You need this. You need this. When you're finished with this isolation, I'm telling you, you're going to be so empowered. You're going to be so changed. You're going to be so healed, okay? But I really, really wanted to do this video because I know I've been there. And I know I was in that place where, these people abandoned me. I get it. I get it because, you may want a couple of people, but that's why we have things like a lot of people have channels and stuff. There's a few channels that I was able to go to, and I still go to those channels and support them. But I was able to go to and just being in that space where other people was saying, they experienced the same thing, and the person that's running the channel, they've experienced it and everything. It is good to be there, but just be careful with all of that you let your story be your story, okay? But yeah, it's just look, you need that physical isolation from people. So don't feel bad if you are isolated. It is a blessing. I promise you. If you talk to anybody, I want y'all, anybody that's already been through it, if you like to, please put something in the comments to help somebody that is actually in the midst of it themselves. They're still going through it. How was your isolation experience? Did it help you heal? Did it? Put it in the comments, because the people need to hear this from other people. But yeah, people, that's it for this video. I don't want to make it too long. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.